Hey guys, my name is Saman Habibi. Today we're going to be talking about the Durham region.
Zack, Brittain here, your Waterloo Region real estate expert.
Kayla Smith here from the Niagara region.
Abdellah, Majd, your local Hamilton investment expert.
New listings are up 47%. This is a great sign for anyone who is looking to get into the market right now.
Median days on market is 23. That's down 20 days. Months of inventory has gone up, but how long houses are sitting on the market has actually gone way down.
Days to market, this is the big one. We were 20 days on average in January. That got cut almost in half down to 11 days. Things are starting to move quick, especially for properties that are hitting the market now.
Months of supply are up huge, 14.1%, 2.5 months of absorption. Average days on market up almost 11%. We're at 34.4.
How is it that Hamilton has so much more inventory, so much longer days on market compared to the other markets that we've been looking at? What's going on in Hamilton? Welcome back to the Canadian Real Estate Channel. I'm Adam JD Martin, your host, and today we're going to be looking at all of the market updates for Durham, Waterloo, Hamilton, and the Niagara region. I think you guys are going to be really excited as we lean into the spring market, and I think you're going to be really excited when you actually see how the numbers are starting to play out, and this is just February. March is going to be insane. So if you haven't already, make sure you guys get subscribed because we're back here every single month with these updates. Now let's jump right in to the Durham region where I think you're going to be shocked at what the numbers have to show you.
Hey guys, my name is Saman Habibi and welcome back to the Canadian Real Estate Channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Durham region as I'm the Durham region expert here. And what we're going to be doing is taking a look at some of the data in terms of what happened from January to February. I'm also going to be talking to you guys about what's happening with first-time home buyers. And we're also going to be talking about why the Durham region, why are we talking about this region? Why is it so popular? Why are so many people moving to the area? So stay tuned and come check out the deep dive video of the Durham region. All right, so let's take a look at the data over here. So as I mentioned, we're going to be talking about January to February, and we're going to be talking about the changes that have happened month over month. The first things I want to talk to you about is new listings. New listings are up 47%. This is a great sign for anyone who is looking to get into the market right now. This is essentially alluding that the spring market has started and inventory is coming to the market. Although there's a 47% increase in new listings, it is still low inventory. Okay, guys. When we take a look at months of inventory is at the lowest point. It's actually in comparison to the GTA, we are at the lowest level, which means that, there's still more room for inventory to come to market. If we talk about median prices haven't moved too much. Although we've had new listings, that pressure from interest rates is really working in the Durham region, and prices have not increased materially month over month, but we do have a bit of an increase. Okay. The next data that we want to talk about is days on market. This is important because when you see listings come to market, you want to know how long are these listings sitting on the market. This is important if you're a buyer because you want to gauge how much time you have, and this is also important if you're a seller because you need to know, have you been on the market long enough to have the maximum amount of exposure. So days on market have been decreasing month over month, and as boots on ground, I am seeing that number continue to go down. Okay. And the last data that we want to talk about quickly is sales price to list price ratio. As you can see, we are now over 100% at 102%. That pretty much means that, most of the listings are being sold at asking price or over asking price. In the Durham region, there is a big trend of homes being listed below market value. So that's the reason why we're starting to see that that data go over 100% and start to climb. And again, as boots on the ground, I'm seeing that number start to climb, and I would expect that to increase going into March. All right, guys, that was a very high-level overview of what's going on in the Durham region. Stay tuned. We're going to be diving into these numbers in a lot more detail and talking about what's going on in the Durham region. Who are the new employers who are coming in? What do we expect to be happening with prices? And what's going on for first-time home buyers?
I told you guys you were going to be shocked, and I hope you were as shocked and excited as me to see days on market to go that low while new listings were up that much. is really an incredible feat. So make sure you guys go check out the rest of that deep dive with Saman, where he actually covers a lot more about the employment, what's going on in the market, and covers up a bunch of rental data as well. You're going to love that one. Now we're going to jump into the Niagara region and learn from Kayla Smith what's been going on there, because there's really some exciting numbers there as well.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Kayla Smith here from the Niagara region. Super excited to dive into the stats with you, but don't miss the deep dive because we're going to go through some Niagara news, which is pretty cool, some deals as always, and what I would do if I was a first-time investor in today's climate. So don't miss that. But here's the stats. Keep in mind, these are February stats that we're looking at in March. Number of new listings, 694. Median price was 610,000, which is down only 5,000 from February. It's really, really minor. Months of inventory is 3.4, which is actually up from 3.0 in January, which is normal. Market starts to pick up. We're heading into spring market. But the most interesting stat is median days on market is 23. That's down 20 days from the previous month. Activity's picked up. Months of inventory's gone up, but how long houses are sitting on the market has actually gone way down. So something to keep in mind when you're starting to look. And the sales to list price ratio, 97.5%, up from the 96.9% in the previous month. Again, don't miss the deep dive because we're going through some Niagara news, some deals, which are kind of catering to the first-time investor, because after that, we're going to do what I would do if I was a first-time investor today. So make sure to check in the deep dive, guys. Thanks so much.
I think it's a really incredible sign that days on market is dropping so far. To go down 20 days on market while new listings have increased so much, fantastic news for the Niagara region and a show of competition that's going to go on there. I'm really excited to see what March brings, and hopefully that spring market continues to heat up. But for now, we're going to jump in with Zack Brittain and go and check out the Waterloo market. Zack's got some crazy numbers for us again. This whole market update is super exciting. Jump in with us.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Zack Brittain here with Brittain Real Estate, your Waterloo Region real estate expert here on the Canadian Real Estate Channel. Today, we are covering the end of February, the beginning of March market stats, so you guys know what the heck is going on in Waterloo Region real estate to make plans to crush it this spring. So I got some quick data for you, and then we're going to hit a few quick trends. If you guys want to see the full-length video with Adam and I, we sprinkle in a little bit more details, as well as some stuff that we're working on in the back end for you. Go head over to the full-length video now, but let's get into the stats. Starting off, end of February, number of listings up, median sale price flat. Our median sale price was about plus minus maybe 0.5% or 1% compared to January for each market segment, the freehold, semis, towns, and the condos. So we're expecting that to start ticking up more aggressively as old inventory leaves the market or actually finally starts selling and new inventory starts coming to the market being priced well, starting to move, bang, bang, bang. Months of inventory ticking up to 1.7 months across the board. Inventory for freehold properties under $1 million, very low. Inventory for condos starting to shrink, starting to get gobbled up a little bit by people that are jumping back into the market. But still, guys, under 2 months of inventory, strong sellers market out there. It's going to be competitive. Days to market, this is the big one. We were 20 days on average in January, which is still pretty low for one of the slowest months in our market here. That got cut almost in half down to 11 days. Freehold properties, your semis, your towns, and your freehold detached are selling typically in about 9 days or less on average. Things are starting to move quick, especially for properties that are hitting the market now. Last but not least, the spicy ratio keeps getting spicier. We are about 100% now. That means that most properties on average are going to be selling about at what they're asking. Healthier markets are typically around that 96 to 98%. We covered that in previous videos, but looking like Waterloo region is heating up. So what is this going to tell us? What are the trends we're seeing, Zack? Days on markets, that's a steep decline. That means new listings that are hitting, they're selling quick if they're priced well. The competition is already getting spicier. Shaquille O'Neal, spicy hot ones, one of the best memes of all time. You got to check out the show on YouTube if you haven't already. But we're seeing more competition across the board, just specifically in those more affordable freehold sections right now. That's going to start hitting all the other market segments. Last but not least, the pockets of those markets that are hot, freehold under $1 million, anything turnkey that's not priced ridiculously, and investment properties that are priced fairly. That is very important. Priced fairly. Duplex, triplex, fourplex, and then larger multi-units. If they're priced fairly, they're gone in a couple weeks or less. The ones you're seeing on the market are not offering great value. Most properties we're seeing sell on market are selling at least at a 4.5 cap, if not higher. If you guys have more questions or concerns specifically on which properties are selling or deals that you're looking at, hit me up in the comments or send me a DM directly on our Instagram and on our website. We'd be happy to help you guys out. That being said, full questions in the next video with Adam and I, where we're going to cover this way more detail. We'll see you guys there.
Wow, thanks for that update, Zach. Those are some crazy numbers again. 1.7 months of inventory is very low. And then again, seeing days on market drop down to 11 days. That means from the time that you're listing to the time that you're potentially selling could be as short as 11 days on average. That means some are selling faster, some are selling longer. That's really low. That's a lot of competition. I'm really excited to see what happens there in March. Now we're going to jump in and check up on Hamilton with Abdellah.
Hey guys, Abdellah Majd back with the Canadian Real Estate Channel, your local Hamilton investment expert. Today, we've got the February stats. We're coming to you hot and heavy across the board, show you what's going on year over year. And be sure to stick around. We're going to take a deep dive into what we're actually seeing deal by deal, boots on the ground. Forget the headlines. We're going to give it to you that way. And then stick around, more deals to come. Like always, some really cool stuff on the commercial side. So let's get into it now. February 2023 over to 2024, sales are 487 units. That's up 2.1% since last year. Inventory up 16.5%. To me, that is the talk of the town. The amount of inventory out there and how to have these conversations, how to navigate those waters with that much inventory still present in the market. Months of supply are up huge, 14.1%, 2.5 months of absorption. This is still on the higher side. It got up to about 4 months while the rates were coming down steadily. Average days on market up almost 11%. We're at 34.4 average days on market. Keep in mind, this does include listings that are reduced and come on and off the market repeatedly. But the residential average price, the last two videos, we've seen the green arrow, February year over year, it's come down to 778,238. What do we make of all this? We're going to take a little bit of a further dive and talk about it case by case. Perfect, guys. So those are the stats for February. Stick around, deep dive. We're going to talk about deals with Adam in just a second here, so stay tuned.
So what did you think about Hamilton? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. How is it that Hamilton has so much more inventory, so much longer days on market compared to the other markets that we've been looking at? What's going on in Hamilton? I'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'd also like to direct your attention to our longer deep dive video that I did with Abdellah, where we talk a little bit about why those numbers might be happening, and we analyze some market rent trends. And I think you'd be excited to actually follow up on the trends with those, because there's a lot of great information and insight in there. And it might actually be a great time to be buying in Hamilton when there's less competition, more supply, and the rent terms that they've got going on there. So make sure you check out that deep dive. And that's going to be it for today's market update video. Make sure if you haven't already to subscribe, because we're back here every single month and we're covering markets all across Ontario. And if you have a market in mind that you would like to see covered, and you know somebody that is a credible service provider who's actually an expert and an investor, we would love to talk to them so that we can add more markets to our market update video and make sure that we are keeping you guys informed the best we can. So thank you very much for watching the Canadian Real Estate Channel. I'm Adam J.D. Martin, your host. I'll see you back here next month.